I've been calling you for days, days. Why have you not been picking my calls?
I've been busy.
I showed you love. I showed you care. And you saw it as weakness. Because I love you too much, you started treating me like I don't.
I am done trying for both of us. Look at what I tried to do.
Please, Amara, I'm busy. I don't have time for all this.
So this is what you can say to me?
I feel like we should just go our separate ways.
Why are you saying all this rubbish?
Rubbish. You know how many times I called you?
You know how many nights I sat on my bed holding this phone, praying you would just call back. My friends told me, I'll leave him. Just stressed.
She shook her head. Amara, but I defended you. I defended you like a fool. She pointed at her chest. Amara, I kept telling myself, he loves me. He's just stressed. She sniffed hard. Amara, but Kaod, stress is not an excuse to treat somebody like they are nothing. Kaod looked away. His throat moved. His eyes were guilty now. But he still didn't speak. Amara's voice became softer, more dangerous, because when someone stops shouting and starts speaking calmly, it means their heart is already giving up.
Do you know what it feels like to love someone who doesn't notice you, to send you messages, and you reply days later like you're doing a favor?
Amara, Kaod, I have been drowning inside this relationship. Her voice broke completely. She bent slightly, holding herself. Amara crying hard. I have been drowning, and you were the one holding my head under the water. Kaod's eyes widened. That line hit him hard. He opened his mouth, but no words came. Amara wiped her tears with the back of her hand. She looked straight into his eyes now, and her voice became quiet. Amara, you don't support me emotionally. Kaod swallowed. Amara, when I tell you I'm tired, you don't ask why. Amara, when I tell you I'm scared, you don't care. Amara, when I tell you I'm hurting, you act like I'm disturbing you. Her voice dropped into a whisper. Amara, I feel alone, even when I'm with you. Kaod's face changed. He looked like someone who suddenly realized he had been destroying something precious. Amara shook her head slowly. Amara, and the funny thing is, she smiled painfully. Amara, I still love you. That confession broke her even more.
What's up, Kaod? What's up,
Kaod's
Kaod?
eyes dropped to the ground. The wind blew. The field was silent again. Then Amara took a deep breath and spoke like she was finally emptying everything inside her. Amara, I used to pray for you. Amara, I used to fight for you. Amara, I used to believe in you when nobody else did. She pointed at him. Amara, I stayed with you when you had nothing. Her voice rose with pain. Amara, but now that you are becoming somebody, you treat me like I'm nothing. Kaod's lips parted. His eyes became wet, but he still didn't speak. Amara shook her head. Amara, I don't deserve this. She breathed out slowly. Amara, I don't deserve to beg for love. Kaod finally
Kaod?
whispered. Kaod low. Amara. She raised her hand. Amara. No, don't. Her voice cracked again. Amara, don't say my name like you care. Kaod's eyes filled with tears. He stepped forward. His voice shook now. Kaod, I'm sorry. Amara laughed bitterly. Amara, sorry. She wiped her tears. Amara, you're sorry because I'm crying today. She pointed at her chest. Amara, but you weren't sorry when you ignored me yesterday. Kaod's tears fell. For the first time, he looked weak, human. He looked like a boy who had made too many mistakes and was now watching his world collapse. He dropped slowly to his knees in the grass, not because he wanted drama, but because his body could no longer carry the guilt. He looked up at her. His voice was shaking like a child. Kaod crying, I swear, I didn't know I was hurting you this much. Amara stared at him, breathing hard. Kaod wiped his face with his palm. Kaod, I thought being strong means focusing on my life. Football, money, future. He sniffed. Kaod, I forgot you were part of my future. Amara's tears kept falling, but she didn't speak. Kaod continued. His voice was breaking. Kaod, you were there for me when I was nobody. He pointed at his chest. Kaod, and I repaid you with silence. He shook his head slowly. Kaod, I repaid you with coldness. His lips trembled. Kaode. Amara. I became a monster to the one person that loved me. Amara's face tightened. She was trying not to cry more, but her heart was shaking. Kaode crawled closer, still on his knees. Kaode. I know I've been treating you badly. He wiped his tears again. Kaode. I know I don't call you. I know I don't listen. I know I don't show you love the way you deserve. He looked into her eyes. Kaode. But please, don't leave. Amara's lips trembled. She looked away quickly, wiping her face. Kaode's voice became desperate. Kaode. Please, I'm begging you. Amara turned back. Her voice was weak now. Amara. Kaode, do you know how many times I begged God to touch your heart? Kaode sobbed quietly. Amara. Do you know how many times I cried in the bathroom so nobody would see me? Kaode covered his face. Amara's voice became softer. Amara. I didn't want to leave you. She placed her hand on her chest again. Amara. But you were slowly killing the love inside me. Kaode shook his head fast. Kaode. No, no, please don't say that. He stood up quickly and held her hands. His hands were warm. His grip was trembling. Kaode. Amara, I'm sorry. He cried openly now. No pride. No ego. Just regret. Kaode. I'm sorry for every time I made you feel unwanted. Kaode. I'm sorry for every time you needed me and I acted like you were a problem. He squeezed her hands tighter. Kaode. I'm sorry for making you question your worth. Amara's tears fell onto their joined hands. Her voice came out like a whisper. Amara, you really hurt me. Kaode nodded. Kaode. I know. He looked her straight in the eyes. Kaode. And I hate myself for it. He took a deep breath. Kaode. Kaode. I don't want to lose you. Amara sniffed. She was shaking. She wanted to believe him, but her heart was tired. She slowly pulled her hands away. Kaode's eyes widened in fear. Amara spoke softly. Amara. Love is not just saying sorry, Kaode. Kaode nodded quickly. Kaode. I know. She wiped her tears. Amara. I don't want promises. Her voice cracked again. Amara. I want change. Kaode stepped closer. He nodded like a broken man. Kaode. You will see it. He pointed at his chest. Kaode. I will do better. He swallowed hard. Kaode. I will love you properly. Amara looked at him. Her eyes were full of pain, but also hope. The sun had almost fully set now. The field was turning dark, and the small house by the side looked like a silent witness to everything. Amara finally spoke, almost like she was surrendering. Amara whispering, I just wanted you to care. Kaode's voice broke completely. Kaode, I care. He stepped forward and held her gently, not forcefully, not aggressively, like someone holding something fragile. Amara didn't resist, but she didn't hug him back immediately. Her body was stiff, still wounded. Kaode rested his forehead against hers. His voice was quiet. Kaode, I'm sorry I made you feel like you were alone. Amara closed her eyes. A tear dropped again. Then slowly, she wrapped her arms around him. And in that football field, where dreams were chased, where goals were scored, two hearts stood still, not because everything was fixed, but because for the first time in a long time, he finally saw her, and she finally felt it. The wind blew softly, the grass moved, and the sky grew darker, but their silence spoke louder than any argument, because, sometimes, the most painful love stories don't end with goodbye. They end with tears, and a second chance,